Sit down and shut up.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give me peace.
Why so serious?
You take the blonde and I'll take the one in the trailer.
This is Sparta!
I'll have what she's having.
Let's go! Big Boy Caprice, Breathless Mahoney, Flat Top, the DA, Prune Face, Mumbles, Lips Manless, and the Blank are out to get the greatest detective of all time.
I'm rubbing him out.
I want him dead!
Nobody touches Tracy but me.
Tracy.
Tracy,
You mind if I call you Dick?
I was beginning to wonder what a girl had to do to get arrested.
Wearing that dress is a step in the right direction.
For a tough guy, you do a lot of pansy things.
Extra, Tracy battles mode!
Everywhere I turn, it's Tracy, Tracy, Tracy.
You're under arrest.
Aren't you gonna frisk me?
Hey, copper, maybe you want to look before you leap.
When it's time to fight crime, he's your man. Walt Disney Pictures presents Warren Beatty as Dick Tracy
Whose side are you on?
and Madonna as Breathless Mahoney.
Are you gonna make a move? Do I have to do everything?
I'm on duty.
Dick Tracy.
I'm on my way.
Welcome to another installment of the Screen Squad podcast. On the panel today, like always, is Vinny.
Ozzy.
And Edgar.
And Ozzy's obviously eating his breakfast. Like always. He should have finished eating before
Hey,
we had
fuck
the
you,
podcast.
all right? Leave me. All right, sorry.
Here's
sorry.
a hammer.
Sorry.
Man, it's early.
Yeah. He knows you're not supposed to eat or drink on the camera. Yeah, whatever. Well, hopefully you guys can you guys heard the intro and know that we will be talking about 1990s Dick Tracy, the Warren Beatty driven director, producer, actor extravaganza with every actor at the time that was big or gonna become big at the time.
A lot of big names.
Fucking good movie.
Where in
Still.
a movie where a movie that's like when you watch it now, it's really good. When you're a kid, yeah, it was cool because of the design, the colors, and
Yeah, the
and it
colors.
doesn't have much action in it, but
No.
the action in it is pretty. And Warren Beatty being like 165 years old when he made that movie, he was pretty spry.
He once sat in his chair. No, never mind.
How old is he now? Because that was like 30 years ago, no?
He's dead, right?
No, he's
No?
still alive. He's still alive.
Sure.
Yeah, Ned Benning hasn't killed him yet.
She aged way better than he did.
She looks like Marcy Darcy.
Nah.
Now,
Yeah,
hey, great outdoors.
yeah.
Improvement from Madonna, though.
Well, I mean, Madonna then? Hell no.
Madonna then was
Yeah,
like
but
you-
Madonna
Oh,
now?
Madonna now, yeah. Madonna did
she-
not age gracefully.
Beatty made the right choice.
I mean, she looks more like Warren Beatty now.
I think she focused too much on the working out than the.
What do you mean working out? It's all surgery.
Yeah, her
Madonna?
face.
Madonna's face, her face, and
Oh,
the
no,
fake
I'm not
butt.
talking about her face. Her face has never been 100%.
No,
But
shut your mouth. In
this
this
movie was
movie,
great.
she was the hottest.
You know why?
She's-
She had that little baby fat on her. It's kind of nice.
Wow.
Yeah, sure.
No, that little.
Can you make me feel good?
Hey, it's a PG movie that shows titties. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, remember in the late '80s, early '90s, PG movies like had penis.
Huh?
So
and a penis.
No, they were not like. This movie should have been PG-13 because they do show Madonna's nipples. But it was PG,
But
and
not-
it's a Disney movie.
But not directly. So which is why you can.
It's a Disney movie.
You can barely see them. You can barely
But
see them
this
in the
movie-
big screen, like on my TV.
If you, no, I mean if you,
I
it
have a big
depends on
screen
the. I have a
too,
big,
but-
and I can see them clearly.
Yeah.
Well, especially when you pause for like 30 minutes.
My pants fell down.
You freeze the shot,
Yeah, freeze it for like 30 minutes.
then you
and
stand
you're
in the
good to
corner.
go. Yeah.
Wow, that was gross. That was gross.
Yeah, but it's funny watching this movie. You have Danny Elfman's score, right? But this is very much a Batman score,
Fresh off Batman. That's why.
and it sounds so much like Batman.
Well, that's what I was reading. That Warren Beatty got him because he was impressed with the Batman score.
But this movie looks a lot like a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
For Warren Beatty directing it and doing it all himself, right? He took a lot of it's a very good looking movie even now. Like when you watch it now, knowing that it's 1990,
It looks like a cartoon.
it looks like
with
the
live
comic
action
strip.
stuff,
It
yeah.
looks like
Yeah.
even the and I know Ozzy had complained about the special effects, makeup, and everything.
Some of the makeup look kind of rough.
No.
Like with the bigger TVs, you're like, oh, hold on, I can see a patchwork.
But for being 1990,
Oh, no, it was
and
great for
s-
back
looking,
then.
And looking at it now, they look so much like their comic book counter or the comic strip counterpart.
The problem with it that I had, I had no problem with the movie. First of all, I love the movie. Saw it, was like, damn, I forgot how good this fucking movie was. But
It's a fast movie. It's a
yeah,
fast-paced movie.
Yeah, it doesn't slow you down at all. But when I was looking at it, as because you see older looking characters like the liver spots on their faces,
Yeah.
and whatever, you can see where like some parts are way too light than they should be. But again,
That's your TV.
no, that's
You need
your
to
face.
you need to calibrate your TV,
I
bro.
calibrated, bro. Nice.
No, you didn't.
Mine
No.
looks fine.
Yeah,
Mine
you
looks
don't.
fine.
You
Looks
barely
fine.
barely know how to use like a remote control in my house.
Hey, first of all, I did not know you cannot use it rectally.
Okay.
All right.
Well played.
I
Well
gotta-
played.
I gotta use those muscles more often.
Well played.
Asshole kegels.
All
or
right.
what?
Gross. Ass kegel.
Ass kegels.
But to go keep going, you
No,
forgot.
that was it. That was it.
Oh no! But I mean, the special effects, the way the villains are really what make this movie great. Al Pacino steals every scene he's in the movie.
Oh yeah.
He's
the star.
literally he is the star of the movie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's Warren Beatty as Dick Tracy. The movie's named Dick Tracy.
he's just there.
This is much a Big Boy Capri. He feels a lot like he acts a lot like Michael Corleone. Not like Scarface, like Montana, like Tony Montana. The way he portrays Big Boy, but he's over the top and he has a lot of energy. He drank a lot of Dunkachinos.
Dunkachinos?
No, but
What the fuck is a Dunkachino?
That's my boy. Dunka.
No, it's
Oh,
Jack
okay.
and Jill. It's Jack and Jill.
Oh, Jack and Jill. That's right.
Okay,
Jack
well,
and Jill. That's my boy has vanilla ice.
Yeah,
no
that's
Al
nice.
Pacino.
Sorry.
But like he steals the movie. The villains are what make this movie great. Flat top, mumbles. You have lips
Itchy.
manless.
There's tons of them too because Beatty said that he was he didn't think there was going to be a sequel, so he decided to put almost every character from the comic strip.
And he's been saying like, they asked him a few years ago if they were ever going to make a sequel, and he was like, "I've been working on it, but he's too old now to play Dick Tracy."
but you know who isn't? The kid.
Yeah, but he's not a Dick Tracy type.
Charlie Korsmo.
Yeah, who was in Hook, by the way.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
He was in Hook. He was also in what other movie?
Can hardly wait.
No, not just as a kid, Dick.
Oh, I don't know. You didn't say his kid.
he was-
So
Yeah, he was in Hook, and I forgot he was in other movie. I forgot what movies, but yeah, but he's not a Dick Tracy type. He doesn't look like a Dick Tracy type, and I wouldn't make him a Dick Tracy.
no, I'd make him itchy.
I would reboot the movie with fresh actors because Warren Beatty owns the rights for Dick Tracy outright.
How did that?
So from what I was reading, essentially he had purchased the rights from the company that owns it, but I guess they were in breach of contract for something, and they sued Warren Beatty. They lost, and he got full control. So
Damn right.
So it's not like Marvel or anything where he purchased the rights and he has to make a movie or they revert back to the original owner. He's now the owner of Dick Tracy.
But he's hogging up those rights because what's his name? Ash from Evil Dead. What's his name?
You mean Bruce
Bill-
Campbell?
Bruce
Yeah, Bruce Campbell. I'm really bad with names. Bruce Campbell wanted to
I'm Vinny.
reboot.
Not Mozzie.
He wanted to reboot Dick Tracy, and he went to Beatty, and Beatty said nope.
I can see that though.
Because it's
No.
Bruce Campbell.
I'd watch that though.
I would
too.
But I think if you read I brought this up yesterday. Somebody made a good point that it's not Dick Tracy isn't relevant now, but I think you could make him relevant because this movie's still good. You can write a crime police like action comic book type movie with no people special effects, with special powers. It's just a cop. And I think it would really I think it would work right now.
Well, I mean, if you do it like a
And if
like,
you
real gritty.
and if you gritty, but if you still use the same color palette because
Yeah, but if
Warren
you-
Beatty only used 7 colors I think in the whole movie, and
But
they're
they're
all
solid colors.
but they're all the same shade. No, there was no different. There's no
No lighter,
variations.
no grays,
No variations
no-
in the colors.
Yeah.
It was like a lot, primary green, red, yellows, blues, purples, like just basic colors, and no different shades. And I think that's what something that was.
Well,
was
see,
real
the
good.
reason you can't make like a Dick Tracy in modern times, you have to go keep it in the 50, like what's it, well, 20s, 30s, 40s,
30s.
In the 30s.
You can't do it more modern time because you know how many Jokers it'd be. Holy crap!
Oh, you mean
Jokers
like,
and Caspers. And,
oh, you
know,
mean that? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, because gang members aren't clear. God damn it! Seriously?
Little puppet,
Well, yeah. A little puppet, baby puppet, big puppet.
baby Joker,
Did you say big pucket?
big puppet.
Hey, I said big. Go fuck yourself.
No, but no, I'm not saying you would change the time. You could leave it in the 30s, or in the 20s, wherever, you know, in that time frame. But you could make the movie now and then insert more action, because he sped up like the hand-to-hand combat, like the hand-to-hand fight that he had at the beginning with the surrogate father for kid,
In that shed.
who wouldn't give him chicken,
Yeah.
and he's
Reminded me of Aladdin.
and he beat him. He like, and that was a pretty fast. Like they fast paced the fights, but it was like well done. Like from the beginning, you have, but this movie is it's Dick Tracy, but again, it's more Big Boy Capri. But the heart of it, Dick Tracy's story is mainly his relationship with Tess and Kid,
Becoming a father
and it's
figure.
and that's like that's the smallest part of the movie, and it's like that's the emotion. But then you have like his relationship with Breathless,
Well, no
or
relationship.
the fact that she's trying to get it in.
Bro, throughout the whole movie, dude, that man in heat.
Bent over on a desk.
Yeah.
Sorry, you know, I'm sorry, but I'm only so strong. I'm only so strong.
Yeah, that would never happen to you in real life.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. You're not gonna have to be strong.
I'm just saying, if it did,
You would be the Breathless Mahoney on somebody's desk.
I'd at least check her oil. You're court low. Just saying.
You're disgusting.
But I mean that, and then Big Boy, like the whole arc of Big Boy from the beginning, like this movie just takes off right away. It starts with it doesn't start with like any world building for Dick Tracy or anything. It's like he's already a cop.
It starts off
and
with
it starts off with a poker game. It starts off with Kid.
with Paul Sorvino.
No, Sorvino isn't in there.
Yeah, he is.
No,
Not in
he's
the
not.
beginning. Not the very beginning. The
He's in
beginning
the
is a
movie.
poker game.
He's in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, but
Not
we're
in
talking
the
about the
poker
beginning of the
game.
movie. The poker
Okay.
game
Oh,
is
no, but
is
I
like
thought they were talking
little
about
face. No.
Big Boys thing.
No, yeah, but again, he doesn't come like there's no like
Yeah, which is funny because that poker scene, one of those guys looks like it's like David Bowie with makeup on. He has like blue eyes. His hair's all like switched aside. Don't know who that is.
it's not. It's
But
not.
I know you said not, and I couldn't find him anywhere online. So I was like, oh.
But yeah, like and then this is what that scene at the very beginning kind of dictates what type of movie you're gonna get, because you get these mob bosses or mob villains that look straight out of comic books, you know? That they look
Forsyth does look really good too.
Yeah. And again, I have no problem with the special effects, even for it being 1990 and now it being 2020. It's still, for me, it still holds up. I have no problem with it. I can immerse myself in the movie. And you have these guys playing cards and get ambushed by Flat Top.
Flat Top and Itchy come in shooting.
Yeah, Flat Top and Itchy. And then they leave. That's when they leave the note for Dick Tracy. And that's when you get introduced to Dick Tracy at the opera.
Yeah, with Tess.
Yeah, and again, the colors, like it's blacks and blue. So you have that color palette right there, right? And then you have the invention of the Apple Watch in this movie, right? It shows the Apple Watch.
Dude, didn't someone come up with with a watch like that? Like
Apple.
They actually did one?
Apple has the. That's what
No,
it
no,
does.
I'm saying-
I could walkie-talkie on my Apple Watch.
Yeah.
I know, but can you make it look like that and everything?
Yeah, you can get a face. You can get all kinds of faces
That's
for
dope.
it.
Just flip it over. Cabron. Boop, boop.
They even had the toy. See, and this was another thing. Like this movie is definitely not a kids movie. It's more of a young adult. The color palette is more geared, and the type of movie.
It's
is
pretty
geared towards
violent,
kids.
too.
It is. Even though there's no blood. There's not a blood. There's no blood in the
blood, no
movie.
blood at
There's
all.
no
Yeah,
blood
but
in the movie.
that heat shootout at the end.
Yeah, you have, and that's one of the bigger set pieces.
Yeah.
And it's funny because since it's Disney, they put a big market on toys. I remember the Dick Tracy like Happy Meal toys that came out at the time. There was all these toys, mini like Dick Tracy's, flat tops, Big Boy Capri.
You remember back when McDonald's used to give out the? Remember for Batman, they had those glass.
People
cups?
still have them. Yeah, you can buy them
those things are
online.
Awesome.
The for the Batman Forever and the Batman Returns, they had
Yeah.
the glass cups. Yeah, they had those.
They don't make things like that for like.
No, because
Ozzy, did you get any of those toys? The mini Dick Tracy.
Wow.
Fuck you in the paws.
But and then I think they had such a big marketing push. I know this movie didn't make a lot of money when it came out. It spent more money. It cost more money to make it and advertise it than they made at the box office. But I mean, Al Pacino was nominated for an Oscar for playing Big Boy Capri, and
oddly enough, barely any makeup.
and then another thing you have Danny Elfman doing the score, right? But you have the songs in the movie that were sang by Breathless Mahoney were written by Stephen Sondheim.
Yeah.
And he won the Oscar for best song.
What song was it?
Sooner or Later.
Oh. Sooner or later.
Yeah, slow one.
Yeah,
that she sang
performed it
like
at
30 times.
Yeah, and then she performed it at the Oscars that year. You can find it on YouTube.
Oh, I'll look it up. I didn't
I wonder what dress she was wearing.
This was the time where she was trying to look like Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
she can't act, but
didn't really like her singing voice either.
Very deep.
She's
Very
not.
toned.
She's not a skilled singer. She's not a. She's never been a like your Mariah Carey's, your Whitney Houston's.
She's a pop singer, bro.
Yeah.
She's a dance. She sings dance music. The only reason
she's no Cyndi Lauper.
100%. The only reason she's in this movie is because she was dating Warren Beatty at the time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean,
pretty much the only reason.
It's
In my opinion, what's her name? Glenn Headley was a lot hotter.
Glenn Headley.
She plays Tess.
There's moments where
In this movie, she looked great, but I mean, she
aged pretty well too.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's dead, but
she did age. Did she die?
Yeah.
Gross. I guess that's why she moved around so much.
she died in 2017.
Oh, that sucks. I saw a picture of her. I saw a picture of her, and I was like when I was doing like some research on the movie, and I was like, I didn't do enough research apparently, but I saw a picture.
Research? You do research? I've never.
I was trying to figure out who the fuck was in that
heard
first scene. Seriously, it's killing me. But it's not the point.
Not David Bowie.
No. Let's dance.
So you have the music. You have a great combination. You have visuals, you have music, you have special effects, you have a good story.
Great actors and Madonna.
Great acting. Madonna.
And Madonna. I said and Madonna.
Yeah, you have great acting, you have Madonna.
Not from Madonna.
Her acting isn't that bad.
It's not, but she also
because she doesn't have to carry the movie. That's what
she
fine.
doesn't have monologues. She doesn't have more than two sentence lines.
Yeah, most of the time she's just plain seductive.
Yeah. Would you like to put it in my ass?
No, I don't think that's a line in the movie. I don't think that's a line in the movie. That's just a line in your life. So you're right. You have a stroke. You have a winning recipe for a real good movie. Even Roger Ebert gave it like 4 stars. They praised the movie. And it got real good reviews.
It's hard to hate the movie.
I think both Siskel and Ebert liked it.
And it still holds up. Even people like
I'm holding back my joke.
Even when you bring it up, in just conversation, the people that have seen it, they're like, yeah, that's a real good movie. It's just not one of those movies that it's a movie that sticks with you. It's something you forget.
I heard Ebert say it was a jaw dropper.
There you go. Thank you.
I'm going to help.
Yep. I didn't have to say it. You're gonna go there yourself.
I was like, I'm gonna hold back on it. Nope, I gotta do it.
Are you gonna pass out? You're laughing. You're cracking up so bad, so hard at your own joke. You're crying. They can't see you do that. It sounds like I'm punching you.
You are
emotionally. But you have said you had everything. And then in this movie, unfortunately, it didn't make much at the box office and found a better life on VHS. But it's definitely a movie that I would love to see redone now. Obviously, not using the same story, but using the same type of technique, because when you watch the movie, you also see the sets that were built. There's not a lot of it's kind of dead on the streets. There's not a lot of people walking around.
It's one of those movies where you can actually do with a green screen.
It's mostly
No,
paintings. That's
no.
why.
Yeah, it's.
That's
But
what
I
it
wouldn't. I
looks
wouldn't.
like it.
I wouldn't screen. I wouldn't green screen this movie. I would.
It looks like something that's already been done by screen screens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I wouldn't green screen this movie. I think this movie would, if you were to redo it now, it would be one of those movies where I would use practical sets, but still do the same art design that they did in this movie, just to keep it, in the same vein.
Keep it more 3-dimensional.
What about like Scanner Darkly?
Like
With that comic book
cell
style.
image over actual acting, like drawings over actual actors.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I would like that. I'd want to see actual actors. No drawings or anything like that.
But it would be the actual actor, except they just kind of go.
Yeah,
over.
but you would add stuff with animation.
Who'd you get to play Dick Tracy?
Dick Tracy, that's gonna be tough, because I would want.
I don't know when Edgar actually mentioned Bruce Campbell. I was like,
No, he's too old. He's too old
I'd
to
still
play.
be down to
No,
watch
he's too
that.
old to play Dick Tracy. If you're gonna do it now, you'd have to get somebody that's. I would,
you gotta get someone established.
I would get somebody's tall too.
Gabriel Mock?
Maybe, but he was already the Spirit.
Yeah, I know. Throws it off a little bit.
Yeah, but I would go. Henry Cavill.
He can't be everyone.
Yeah, he can be anybody.
Because
Army Hammer.
He looks done.
Army Hammer
I'm
as
good with that.
Army Hammer as Dick Tracy.
I'm good with that.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Tess, would you like to go over here and get a coffee with me and
No,
kids?
he's American. In that movie, he's faking a Russian accent. So I don't know why he would be Russian in this movie, in my remake of Dick Tracy.
But I'd actually, if you put Army Hammer, I would actually like to put the girl from that same movie as Tess.
From Man from Uncle?
Mm-hmm. What's her name? Alicia
Vikander?
Sure. We'll
Tomb
go with
Raider?
that. Yeah.
No.
That's the other movie I was
No.
like going, what the fuck
No.
was she in recently? I couldn't remember. I didn't watch.
No. I would not put her as. You would need somebody that has to be, because if you're gonna go follow Glenn Headley, you want to put
Another
somebody.
redhead?
No,
Another
not a
redhead?
redhead, but somebody that's a little bit more like. Well, maybe, but it has to be a little more elegant, just to look a little bit more elegant. So I don't know who I would put. I mean, I would maybe Emily Blunt.
That's a good choice.
I did Emily Blunt for the rest. So I was like,
What did you just say?
Huh?
Did you just die on me? Kid, you can get.
I would actually like to see. Emily
I would.
Blunt
You know who I
as
would get as
Breathless
kid?
Mahoney.
You know how to get his kid now? Or Dick Tracy Jr.?
My son?
No. The kid from Good Boys,
How did I know you were going to say that?
from Wonder,
Nice.
because he's like the best kid actor.
Right now, yeah. He knows how to get murdered.
Yeah. Did you not watch Doctor Sleep?
What about the kid from Jojo Rabbit?
No, I don't think he could do an American accent yet.
Yeah.
Unless I get the kid with the glasses, I would watch him in the movie. Again.
That kid, yeah.
I would watch him. Maybe
I'd watch him in a movie kick a puppy. I'm just saying, I would totally do that.
But if it's gonna be like somebody's gonna carry like that part, I would put the kid from Good Boys as kid slash Dick
the
Tracy
lead
Jr.
from Good Boys, not the
one
Weird
that
Friends.
sings in the
not the musical or the one with the.
And then but I don't think I would redo a story using Big Boy Capri. I would use another one, another of
I'd tease
Dick
him at
Tracy.
the end.
Dick Tracy villains. Yeah, I would make like the rise of like Flat Top and Big Boy, like where Flat Top works for Big Boy towards the end of the movie, like for a sequel.
At the end, he comes all defeated up to a Big Boy and says, "Tracy did it again."
Something like that. And then he
Turns
opens the
around.
curtains, and then he's a vampire, and he dissolves. You're never gonna live that down. That's like the worst vampire story I've ever heard in my life.
It's not really a vampire movie. I'm just saying, it's not a vampire.
Then
story.
why would the son
he would
make
be
him to
he
ash?
would be a vampire, but it's a family story. I'm just saying. It's a story
Vampires
about
cannot
loss.
birth chiddens.
First of all, you're right,
Uh-huh.
but fuck you.
Oh, yeah,
I'm saying.
well. But I would definitely make the Big Boy Capri story like for a sequel, like make him a bigger villain, because in this movie, Big Boy Capri really does like. I think it's only for like a day or two because where they frame Dick Tracy and he goes to prison because he's still wearing the same suit.
It's about a while.
Because he's wearing the same suit the whole time.
Even
they never give him inmate clothes.
No one. Oh, that's true.
He never changes out of his clothes.
Nobody. Not even Tracy.
No. Not even Tess.
Yeah.
Oh, Tess wears different outfits.
Mahoney's the only one that changes.
Mahoney. Gutenberg's not in this movie.
Ooh, Gutenberg as one of the bad guys.
That's DA. No, you know what? I would put Bruce Campbell as DA.
Nice. Fletcher?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then who I would get I would get Gary Oldman always for police commissioner. Or a bad guy.
No.
Mob boss.
You still need to get Scott Conn to play his dad's role.
Yeah.
Then it don't work.
James is still alive.
Yeah, I know, but
no, but he's not that.
Really
I think he
old.
retired. I think he's retired.
After Las Vegas?
After Elf.
That was years ago, bro.
I actually like that show.
That was a good show.
God, that was a good show. So it got weird at the last season.
Well, because it's Tom Selleck.
Ooh, Tom Selleck.
No. I would not get Tom Selleck for anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Tom Selleck. Come on, Tom Selleck.
No.
It's Tom Selleck.
No. But I mean, ultimately, that's.
I know. Tom Selleck.
Oh yeah. Fuck you. No, but I think this movie would be like ripe for some sort of reboot or a future sequel.
You think? Because
I would want to see another. I would want to see another movie like in this world.
yeah, but I was talking to my son about it, and I'm like, and he's like, "Who's Dick Tracy?"
Well, that's what I'm saying. You'd have to make him relevant because one of the things that worked for like when I was a kid for Dick Tracy. I didn't know who Dick Tracy was, but the Sega Genesis video game was one of the best video games I had played, like video game movie adaptations, because it wasn't a side scroller. It was like an interesting. You play as Tracy, but you could shoot like the bad guys in the background, and you had unlimited bullets in the Tommy gun. And even the boss fights, and that's kind of what made me want to watch the movie. And then when I saw the movie, it was a good movie. It's a matter of bringing him. It's a matter of bringing him back because he's still Dick Tracy. I think is still a comic strip on in the newspaper that no one reads because it's a newspaper.
Family Circus.
Because it's a newspaper.
Exactly.
Dilbert.
Fucking Dilbert.
And so I mean, it literally would be having to bring him back into the main, and I think you could. I mean, it's not like Batman. Batman's been around forever, and there's always a movie. There's always Marvel. But if you can bring him back into the main, into the public eye, like Dick Tracy, just something. Even make a cartoon because they had cartoons. Remember, they had cartoon TV shows back in the day. They even had black and white movies, little mini movies.
They
Dick
also
Tracy.
had a Dick Tracy cartoon, right?
That's what I just said.
Oh, my bad.
Hello. But it would be a matter of building it up. But I would, and I think adults would definitely want to see it. Would go see a Dick Tracy movie. People who remember this Dick Tracy would watch another Dick Tracy because this one was not. This was a great writing in this movie. The directing, even though it was very much like a Tim Burton-esque type movie.
I think the music does that though.
Yeah, but also the visuals. A lot of the visuals, the way it looks very much like a Batman. It does look like it, and
because
it takes a lot of
whites,
influence.
blacks, and grays, you use a bunch of colors.
Yeah, it does. It does take a lot of influence from Batman. But yeah, when you have Dick Tracy's theme, it sounds like Batman.
2 montages.
Yeah. But I think again, this movie it has a nice blend from that to Sondheim songs because they were utilized properly. They were all well written and performed well for the movie.
Yeah, and Manny Patinkin sang bald. He was bald.
He played
in this movie.
88 keys.
Yeah.
Well, then let's talk.
Manny
Let's
Patinkin,
just talk about the plot then.
Wasn't he in another movie with Madonna?
I don't know.
Or was he on the stage version of Evita?
I don't know if he was. I don't know if he was in Evita.
That is a good question.
I
don't remember. I haven't seen Evita in a long time.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I don't remember it.
That has Antonio Banderas.
I know who's in the movie, Dick. I know who's in the movie.
Antonio Banderas.
Oh snap! He was in 1999 Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon.
I like to say to you, fuck you. Yes? No? All right.
Nasonex. So let's talk about the plot of the movie. I mean, it's not a hard plot to follow in the movie. You have Dick Tracy.
You can't use hard and dick.
Yeah, you can. If you
Show.
if you don't use it, then you have a problem.
Well, and if you don't
You should
use
go to the
it,
doctor.
if you don't use it, that then the whole sentence sounds a little stiff.
And then the whole story will be flaccid.
Penis.
Stupid.
Do it in Spanish. Verga.
We're in California. It's the Californian Bergas. California brown Bergas.
I still think it's hilarious how in Spanish the word verga can be used in different ways. One, a slang term for penis, and the other one is kicking your ass. Dale verga. What?
No, that still
Bro,
means that still means that still means the same thing.
Bro, you want me to kick his ass or do you want me to fuck him? I don't know, sir. Yeah.
It means the same thing.
That just reminded me of Lionheart.
Why?
And the first guy that he fights, he's like, "You're too pretty. I don't know if I should fight you or
fuck you."
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay, so let's talk about the plot of Dick Tracy. Again, it's a simple plot. You have Detective Tracy, and then you have the mob. The mob is starting to rise up, and you pick up the movie where Dick Tracy's always been trying to take down Big Boy Capri.
But Big Boy gets rid of lips.
Yeah, but the whole movie he's been trying to find a way. Like for instance, the beginning, Big Boy Caprice is he's not been able to take him down.
That's true.
Essentially, not been able to put him in jail. And
man, when Lips is eating those oysters, it's
yeah, and you have Lips. You have Lips is the owner of the
Club
Ritz, and you have him technically arrested by fake cops at the beginning, and it's all a coup done by. It's all done by Big Boy, and in order for him to take over the club, he wants to take over the club because he wants to own and run. He wants to own and run all the gambling and the crime in the city.
Yeah, one of the fake cops was played by someone. I can't forget who it was.
Bad cop. All I know is that Principal Strickland is Big Boy Capri's right hand man.
You mean Numbers?
Yeah.
He has a name.
But he's also Principal Strickland.
Yeah.
Slacker.
So he's a number slacker, huh?
Mm-hmm. How was that a joke? You made it look like you were going to tell us some sort of joke.
No, I was trying to figure out because I remember I was watching the movie and I see one of the cops. He comes out, gets Lips, Big Lip Manless.
Lips. Just Lips. His name is Lips.
Big Lips Manless.
His name is Lips.
Sorvino.
He's also kind of big.
Paul Sorvino.
Paulie.
He looks like a fish.
Yeah. So, big mouth bass. And I noticed one of the cops looks familiar. I can't remember who he was of right now.
Mm.
Oh, well.
I don't know.
Fuck me, right?
He was probably nobody. It's just you. So you have him, and you have he's gonna take a bath. Essentially, Big Boy Capri puts him in a box full of cement and throws him into the ocean to kill him. But before doing that, he makes him sign the deed over to the Club Ritz to him.
You need a bath.
Not the bath, Big Boy, not the bath, and that's all he keeps saying, right? So he gets taken out, and then now he's the full owner. Now he's making some changes to the Club Ritz. It's gonna make it a more of a gambling, underground gambling and partying establishment, under the nose of the cops. And Dick Tracy knows when he gets called onto the scene, he knows that Big Boy had something to do with it because he sees walnuts, and who eats walnuts is Big Boy Caprice.
You know why I eat walnuts? I go for a liver.
That's right, and that's why he brings in Mumbles, Flat Top, and Itchy.
And you realize that from the very beginning of the movie, Mumbles gave it away.
Oh yeah.
He tells Dick Tracy exactly what happened.
Yeah, I think somebody told us about that it was supposed to be like someone else was being offered that role.
But we're talking about the plot, but okay.
No, because you mentioned Mumbles, so I figured.
Yeah, because we're talking about the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
But yes, if you want to bring up yes, it's Dustin Hoffman's playing Mumbles,
but according to Gilbert's book, what is it?
Gilbert who?
Rubber Balls and
Gilbert Gottfried, you mean?
Oh, what did I say?
You just said Gilbert.
Oh, Gilbert Gottfried. What's the name of his book? I don't know. According to his book, he
raised eyebrows.
Anyways, according to Gilbert in the book, yeah, he was offered the part by Beatty for Mumbles, but he lost it to Hoffman.
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine
I don't want to.
Yeah.
But I know you're gonna do it.
that? You don't gonna do it. Yeah. I said everyone here is I'm mumble. I'm gonna play mumbles. Look at me. I'm mumbles. Yeah. Hilarious.
That's the line. That's actually a line in the movie. Interesting. I thought you were gonna do the big boy.
No, because he introduced her.
But so yeah, so you have Mumbles being interrogated by Dick Tracy, and Mumbles gives it away right away because Dick Tracy uses like the dirty cop tactics to.
Hey, Mumbles, you thirsty?
He plays bad cop. He plays bad cop all the time. He has no partner. He plays bad cop, and essentially he gets him to pretty much disclose what happened, and
Confess.
Dick Tracy brings in Big Boy, but he has nothing. He has nothing on him, so there's nothing he could do. And everyone in town wants to take out Dick Tracy because he's the one that's causing. He's the one that is preventing them from, from.
Wait. But Dick Tracy is really stupid because he had the confession from Mumbles. He could have just taken him in for that.
He could have, but I don't think he knew. I don't think he realized he had the convention.
He did
because
more.
he said he no.
He did from the beginning.
He had it.
I think he wanted more though.
He was plotting. He was because he knew it was thin because it was only.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything.
He needed to catch. He needed to catch Big Boy in the act.
Yeah, but Big Boy was set up.
Yeah, but ultimately, like this movie has like so many people go trying to take out Big Boy, trying to take out Dick Tracy. Everyone's against everyone.
Just remember, the enemy of my enemy is my enemy.
Or is the enemy of my enemy my friend?
No, it's my enemy.
Or the enemy of my enemy is enemy.
Or is the friend of my enemy my friend?
Or is
enema of an enema my enema? And so you have Club Ritz is now under new management. Dick Tracy's trying to find ways to take down Big Boy, and in this whole thing, he ends up fostering an orphan kid. He finds him because the kid steals somebody's watch, and he follows him. He follows him, and obviously, kid hasn't eaten in forever, and he follows him to the shack where I guess his surrogate father is, or the guy who makes him steal stuff, eating chicken. And Dick Tracy beats the crap out of him and takes kid and gives him a meal, and that kid eats like a vacuum. And then ultimately, I guess it's the weekend, so child services can't pick him up, so he has to stay with him. He has to take care of the kid, him and Tess. And there's a whole montage of of him eating and trying to give kid a better life, and asking kid, "Hey, what's your name? Yeah, I can't call you kid." And he was like, "Whenever you think of your name, let me know."
When do we eat?
And then there's like. Those Bing Crosby songs?
I got something in my pocket for you.
No, gross.
Going to reach it in my pocket, see what it is.
Sexual harassment, panda.
Give a little tug just for you. Give a little squeeze and say, "How do you do?"
So you have that subplot. Then you have the subplot where Dick Tracy and Tess, what's going to happen in their relationship. They allude to you like living alone. Why do you live alone? She's
I like living alone.
Yeah, and Dick Tracy's always out. Dick's always out.
Yeah, apparently
he's always out in the streets trying to take down crime.
But not in front of Madonna. Go figure.
No. Le tira los perros, pero no. He doesn't want it. Yeah.
Hepatitis.
He doesn't want that mole.
This is pre-mole.
And then actually, the blank, the character, the bad guy, the blank. That's a pretty good looking.
Yeah.
Like a bad guy. It's pretty good looking makeup.
Oh.
The blank, a pretty good looking makeup. Like the way it was done.
No face.
Blank. He's the blank.
The no face.
Blank. Faceless.
Sin cara.
Yeah. And then so you have that subplot, but then this whole time Dick Tracy's trying to find a way to take down Big Boy Capri. He stages fake raids so that they can plant wires and microphones in the office, these big ass microphones that are in the lamp. Then you have what's his name? There are all these cops that are now bigger actors, like not bigger actors, but like actors that were in other movies. What's his name?
Khan?
No, James Caan was not an actor. I mean, was not a police officer, right?
Oh, Cassell.
Yeah, you have Cassell. You have the other guy, the guy that is listening to The Wire.
So what's his name? The
He
guy
was in
from
House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah. Knock Knock.
Yeah. You have a bunch of good actors in this movie, and then you have him listening to everything Big Boy Caprice is saying, and then Big Boy's trying to figure out how is Dick Tracy one step ahead. He's stopping everything, all the shakedowns, the money collecting, I'm assuming booze running, the drug running, everything. He's stopping everything.
And all while listening to Sooner or Later.
No, is that the song that's playing? No.
Yeah.
Oh, because when the song.
Oh no, because Big Boy is rehearsing with Mahoney and slapping her around.
No, that's the other one. That's
It's not through that.
That song happens once Tracy's already in jail.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When Tracy's in jail is when it's like the big.
But the
Tracy's
rehearsing
rating
part.
everybody.
When they're rehearsing it.
No, that's just rehearsing.
They're just rehearsing. But during the montage of Dick Tracy pretty much stopping all the crime is
Sooner or later.
Yeah. Then after
She's singing it at the club.
When Tracy, because you come to find out that Big Boy has a bunch of people in his pocket, including District Attorney Fletcher,
Dick
and
Van Dyke.
Fucking Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke, and he should have danced in this movie. That's all I'm saying. Should have had some
Dick's feeling around. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, Dick should have had a Cockney accent.
Whoa, he had a cock on his knee.
Wow, that was reaching.
But no, you have Dick Van Dyke, and he's a dirty DA, but you don't have any dirty dicks. Even though they try to bribe Dick Tracy, because that's one of the things that Big Boy Capri is the first thing he wants to do. Is he tells Dick, I don't want to kill you, I want you to work for me, and he gives him like $15,000 cash or something like that.
That's a lot of money.
And he throws it at him, and then it looks like he's about to take it, and he's like, oh, you're trying to bribe an officer. And he throws the money in his face.
You're a dumb dick.
Yeah.
Dumb dick.
Yeah, because the kid thought he was going to take the money, and then they
Stupid
tie him
dick.
up, and you have Flat Top and Itchy.
Dumb motherfucking dick.
He doesn't say that. It's a PG movie, but he meant it.
You
It's what he
piece of
wants to-
shit dick, you motherfucking dick.
Wow.
What?
Holy.
Scarface? And,
That cocksucker did not take my money. He did not take my money at all. And I was like, you're filthy. You need a bath.
And then so Itchy and Flat Top, they tie him up, and they want to blow up the building, and then Kid saves Dick Tracy, right?
One of the many times.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like that's a good that's his partner. Ultimately, at the end, because
That's Robin, dude.
yeah, it's Robin to his Batman. And then you have that happening, and then they end up since he doesn't take it, they end up framing Dick Tracy by killing. And this is actually all the Blank's idea. The Blank's idea is he uses 88 keys to send a message to Big Boy that this is the way. This is the only way you're going to be able to take out Dick Tracy without killing him. Because if you kill him, everything points to you because he's investigating you.
You know, when they start setting him up in the motel, though, you can literally hear Manny Batikin screaming out loud, like, Tracy, you're not gonna get me, Tracy. I'm not gonna take it. At some point, he starts saying, "My name is Inigo Montoya. You kill my father. Prepare to die." I'm saying, and then he shoots. It's crazy. Pay attention. You hear it.
That's with intent.
You hear it
With intent.
You hear it.
Then they set up Tracy because they ended up killing the district attorney, and they had somebody that looked like Dick Tracy wearing the yellow bright ass yellow overcoat.
It was blank.
The blank. And
Enter name.
It's the blank. So you have him getting framed, and then that's when to me it feels like it's only been a couple maybe a couple days, maybe a couple hours, but Big Boy is really taking advantage of Tracy being in jail, being held, by running, like, gambling, booze, everything, making money.
He finds out he's bugged.
And then that's how he gets Tracy.
So I'm gonna go back to something because did you I was watching. I was going, hey, Al Pacino really knows the whole routine. Remember when he first
choreographed it.
When he first takes over the club and does that song, choreographs it.
Well,
and he's going along with it. He's doing
think
it.
he
He's
choreographed
actually
it,
doing
that's
it though.
Yeah, you got to remember the end of Jack and Jill. He also has that dance.
I haven't seen Jack and Jill.
Dunkachino.
You've never seen Jack and Jill?
No.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
Vinny said, "Hey,
Do not watch that movie.
this movie's garbage."
It is garbage.
You should watch it at least once.
It's garbage.
No, I mean,
You should watch Just Go With It. It's a better movie.
It has a
Hey,
few.
you know what?
You know what it is? It has a few moments, but it's all Al Pacino. It's just funny to see him.
be in a bad movie.
Yeah, it's funny because he goes all out. Doesn't matter what he's doing.
Righteous Kill's another bad movie.
It's not a bad movie.
It's a bad movie. I don't like it. It's a bad movie.
Not that bad.
It's a bad
Which
movie.
one?
Righteous Kill.
Yeah.
The movie needed something.
Oh, that's because of De Niro.
You know, because De Niro wants to be De Niro. At least Pacino's willing to be different.
Yeah.
That's what I like Pacino.
What are you talking about? De Niro did Meet the Fockers, Meet the Parents.
He
did
still
all
played the
those
same
movies.
guy.
Yeah, it still plays.
But
the
it was
same.
his comedy.
Yo,
It was comedy.
yo. How
But
things-
Pacino and Jack and Jill plays La Mancha. Remember at the end he's in full
What
costume.
movie are you talking about?
Jack and Jill.
I haven't seen
Oh
it.
yeah, where Pacino is doing the play and it's his phone. That's probably one of the only funny scenes in the movie.
I haven't seen
Well,
it.
maybe you're right. Pacino's scenes are the funny scenes in the movie
Yeah.
because Adam Sandler is not funny in the movie.
No, he's not.
Whatever.
But yeah, so you have Big Boy choreographing those dances, and you have him, Tracy now in jail, him running amok on the streets. Crime is up, and then you mean
Nowadays you can't have Pacino doing that scene where he's choreographing.
Why?
Because he's grabbing girls' asses, smacking their butts.
it's the 20s. If it's a time if
could
it's
still do it.
if it's a period piece movie, then yes, you could do that.
Man, that'd be hard though. It'd be hard to find a.
It'd be a hard dick movie.
Yeah.
According to Madonna, Pacino actually made her cry during those scenes because he was really smacking her around.
Well, good. Oh, yeah, because he does smack her in the face.
Yeah.
There's a lot of slaps that he does.
She said that when he was in full makeup, he was like in character, but then once the makeup came off, he was like a sweetheart.
Kind of like Jim Carrey in
Man on
every
the Moon?
movie he does.
Man
Gets
on the
two in the character.
Just Man on the Moon.
No, even the Grinch.
But that makes
Did you
sense.
see the documentary about Man on the
Yeah, I
Moon?
saw it
Not yet.
on Netflix. It was good. It was good.
It was good.
Is it good?
Yeah, it was good.
Jim Carrey's crazy.
Oh yeah, he is. But he's crazy good.
Buck nutty.
Crazy good.
So now you have Big Boy Capri and the mob, Big Caprice and the mob are running amok on the streets. Tracy's in jail. You have Tracy in jail, and then Tess goes missing. Tess gets kidnapped, and
Well, Tess got kidnapped in the beginning. What led to him getting framed?
oh, that's right. So Tess
So-
is still kidnapped, and then the kid is
How
trying
long has
to.
she been kidnapped?
I'm telling you, they don't
Might be
really
over the
say.
weekend. Might be over the
It
weekend.
might be a little bit because the kid is the only one that wants to find her, and they go see Tracy in jail, and then they try to the cops.
They got to transfer him
They
to
do some-
county.
Yeah, they do something. They do something dirty, and they have
It's
to
about an
transfer. him.
8-hour drive, right?
Yeah.
8-hour drive.
Yeah.
And then so they help him essentially kind of escape and clear his name, and they go to the Club Ritz, and at the same time, the chief gets a phone call from the blank, telling him, "Oh, have them check the top floor of the Club Ritz," and then the blank also calls Big Boy Capri, telling him, "Hey, you should check your attic," and turns out the blank had been hiding Tess there the whole time, and to literally have Big Boy caught in the act, having her kidnapped.
Yeah.
All on New Year's Eve.
And
And
all
that-
hell breaks loose in this one. That's what leads to the giant firefight and
You
the
agree-
chase.
That's what leads a Big Boy to be like, goes crazy because he's
Paranoid.
like, oh no, I'm
yeah,
in trouble.
he knows because he played everything smart, like up until that point. He played
Almost to the
everything
point where
smart to
it
not get
look-
caught, and at
it
this
looked
point,
legit.
at this point, he there was no way for him to say, "Oh, I didn't do this." She was caught in the Club Ritz.
It also shows how crazy Big Boy is because he's like, oh, you're so nice. Oh, I like you. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. Doesn't he say, "I love you"? He tells Tess that he's in love with her.
Yeah.
This guy's nuts. He literally is. And then it's not a great fight between Big Boy and Dick Tracy towards the end.
Oh yeah, Pacino can't fight for
But
shit.
they have a great chase, and it's on foot, and it's through the
it's almost-
tunnels and awesome.
that fight was so one-sided.
And and again for Warren Beatty being 50 years old at that time. I think it was I'm sure he was in his 50s at
I'm
that
gonna
time.
look it up.
I say 40s maybe.
No, he was in his 50s. He's in pretty good shape at that time because he was running a lot in
Yeah,
this movie.
But that fight scene was pretty one-sided, kind of like that Tyson Fury fight.
The Wilder and Fury fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Topical.
He was 53.
Yeah, see, he was 53 when he made the movie, and so he was in pretty good shape. If you look at it, he didn't look bad, like running. And he kept
easy,
up.
cowboy.
He pulled Madonna though. He pulled Madonna. I'm saying
He did, and in his 50s.
in her prime.
You know, he asked her to marry him, and then when she said no, that's when he dumped her.
That's what she gets.
Well, I mean, you're not gonna stay with someone who says no.
And he settled for Annette Bening.
No, he didn't settle. He moved up.
Well, I know, but I mean,
That's settle.
no, no.
At that time, it's a settle.
No, and anybody's
We
gorgeous.
established this in the beginning.
But man, if you're gonna tell someone, "Hey, I want you to marry me," and she goes,
No. Okay, see ya.
"Fuck you, then, bitch."
Wow. Holy man.
You're so angry. How many times has that happened to you?
That's what you punch her in the face and go later.
You don't like Dick Tracy.
You gotta make the sound though, or else it's
So you have the final fight, like at the to chase everything. You have the gun battle with all the Tommy guns, because apparently every cop has a Tommy gun.
yeah.
And Dick Tracy's Tommy gun. All the villains.
Apparently no one knows how to shoot. They're all stormtroopers.
You have
Yeah.
the death of Flat Top. You have the death of Itchy. You have the death of Principal Strickland. You have pretty much everyone dying. You get everyone getting arrested. 88 Keys gets arrested towards the end, and you have Big Boy, running off with Tess, and then them fighting at the bridge.
We gotta glance. We're glancing over the fact that no one can shoot.
Yeah,
Like
it's a movie.
No one can shoot.
Yeah, I think the whole point.
Not
is
even the cops, though.
I think
Yeah.
I think the point is to kill
Again.
people. Like they do kill a lot of people. They kill they kill the people in the cars. They shoot them.
Yeah,
they kill
but-
them. No blood.
But come on, they're all like.
Then
standing
again,
there.
a Tommy gun isn't known for accuracy.
No, but it sprays so many bullets if you once you hold that trigger, and then, so he's in the middle of the street. Cars are around him. They're shooting from behind him. How has he not get shot? Because he's in the way of
Because he's
everyone
the
who's getting shooting.
hero. He is the hero.
No, but if you watch that scene, Dick really does spray those cars.
God damn it! He sprays them good. Puts it all in them holes.
Disgusting.
Gross. Hey, so another thing. So when they all right, so the final battle, right?
Uh huh.
When they make it there,
Where
when he's trying
where-
like, okay, we're gonna jump. We're gonna jump. We're gonna jump.
Nope, too far.
So, no, I can't jump. I'm too short.
So, he's all happy because he's gonna go to the big city across the.
Gotham.
Basically, he's going across. He wants to go across that bridge, but he can't.
Let's jump.
What city are they in?
It's a made up city because it's a
No,
movie.
I know, but it's like
We're going to a big city. We'll get lost. They can't find us.
But there's no people on the streets. That's the thing about that line is that when you watch scenes when they're walking on the streets, there's like one car driving, or there's never any people walking around, even during the daytime.
Oh, that's true.
there's a couple people here.
But not for a city.
Oh yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah,
But
it's-
that's what I'm
it's-
saying. So it's like a little town, right? Right outside the city.
Maybe, but why would you have a big mob present in a small town?
Exactly. So I'm trying to figure out. Okay, is this a city, a town, a county?
According to the comic strip, it takes place in the Midwest, Great Lakes region.
Okay, so where
Oregon.
no one fucking cares. Okay. No one cares about the Midwest or big city. Though we do love the Midwest. Hi. You guys, how you guys doing? Doing the show? Cool. Great. All right. But yeah, who would put a mob in the Midwest?
Big Boy Caprice.
No one.
It's a comic strip.
No one.
It's a movie.
There's no money.
It's a movie.
No, now
Yeah,
there is.
but
Everybody's everywhere.
Yeah.
No. They get subsidies because farmers.
So you have the final the final quote unquote battle between Dick Tracy. It's a small short fight, but gets interrupted by the blank, and
That's Breakfast Mahoney.
well, not yet. They don't say that it's Breathless Mahoney, idiot.
Oh no, because you said the blank, and you wanted me to tell you who it was. Sorry.
So you have
Daddy, no.
you have the blank, right? Stops the fight, and then Dick Tracy, charges the blank, and then the blank loses the gun. Big Boy picks up the gun, shoots the blank. Dick Tracy picks up Big Boy, tosses him over, and he dies in a weird.
Like Emperor
It's
Star
like
Wars.
like a Married with Children type of.
It's an obvious
It's
doll.
it's an obvious like Married with Children doll that gets tossed over, and
it's like a
and
Super
then
Dave.
he saves Tess. Then he goes over to see the blank. He takes off the mask, and it's Breathless Mahoney.
You know Super Dave died?
Yeah, we talked about it at the end.
I know. That sucks.
So why do you bring it up?
Super Dave was.
Because the doll looked like a Super Dave doll.
Yeah. So yeah, you find out it's Breathless Mahoney, and she's like, "Oh, I love you, Dick," and nothing.
I love you, Dick.
Yeah, I
She
love you, Dick.
did.
And then
Madonna did love it.
Breathless dies.
Baby, I love you, Dick.
Breathless dies. Tess gets saved. Everyone all the bad guys get arrested. Dick Tracy gets exonerated. And then, we even forgot to say that the kid finally picks a name, and he picks Dick Tracy Jr.
Yeah.
That's his name, because that's his name in the comic strip. Is Dick Tracy Jr. It wasn't Kid. It was Dick Tracy Jr. So you have him now. He's his partner. He's an honorary detective, with the police, because apparently the police allow kids to be detectives and go on car chases.
Does he
and gun
ultimately
battles.
adopt him? Because it doesn't say anything.
They don't say that he does, but it's assumed.
Sure
that
he does.
It's assumed.
He just steals a kid.
It's assumed that he
Yeah,
does.
because it shows kind of that he's going to marry Tess also.
Because he does give her a ring. He doesn't muster the courage to ask her at the end, and he gets called out by his Apple Watch. Somebody calls him in,
Very Han Solo, by the way.
and he's like, "Oh, just hold this for me," and it's the engagement ring, and then he goes off on another adventure, whatever that is. I'm not sure if there's any more mob bosses. I'm sure there's something else. I'm sure Dick Tracy has a lot more, bad guys in the repertoire, but that's pretty much the Dick Tracy movie. And it's it's a short, simple movie, but it's like visuals, music, the story.
Tracy, down Main Street, we have
Directing.
tons of prostitution, giving out free hand jobs. Come get us, friend. Yeah.
Come get a friend. So this movie
Or is
does
it
have
friend come get a cum.
Yeah. So you have
Come get him, friend.
friend come. That's it. Just something. That's it. So you have this movie has all the elements for a great movie, and it's a good watch even to this day. And the one thing I would want Disney.
What did I watch?
I would want Disney. I would want Disney to release this maybe in 4K, do a 4K master. I know they released it on Blu-ray a few years ago, but I would want to see a 4K master. Maybe some special features. I know there was making of stuff.
Make it a black and white movie.
Yeah, maybe special features, but it's fine though. I think it's fine the way it is.
I would definitely want to see a 4K transfer. But
Joel Schumacher made it though.
No, but
He used the same colors, except horribly.
I would, but again, I would definitely do this. Make it a big release, and then hopefully it drums up interest into possibly a sequel.
So you want Dick to be a great release?
Those are all the
big
jokes
release?
that these are all jokes you don't have to kind of explain that I'm doing. You
You
get
want
it?
it to explode on the screen?
Yeah, explosion
bang.
of colors in your mouth. But I would want hopefully the release to be big so that they would make a sequel
And
or
then
make another movie.
and
Make
then-
another Dick Tracy movie because I
So
would
then-
want to see another movie in this world.
So then a statue of Dick Tracy is erected. Hard on. Stupid.
So, but that's what I would want. I would want to see if a new release of the Dick Tracy on any other for another format or something, they would drum up enough interest in a possible reboot or remake or something with the Dick Tracy character, because I would want to see more stories of Dick Tracy, even though they kind of lumped a lot of stuff in this movie, story wise, even though it's only a Big Boy Caprice versus Dick Tracy movie.
So you're saying it's a lumpy dick?
There has to be other villains that are available to use in the stories.
I don't know anything about Dick Tracy. I don't know anything about it. I like the movie.
You like Dick?
I would love to know more about Dick, but
No, I'm sure you know more than enough.
I'm a psychologist. You know that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that see, but no, I definitely would love to see what else is out there. Because if you think about it, what other things are there? Jaywalkers.
Well, there has to be other things. So I would definitely would want to see another story or some sort of continuation of the Dick story line.
So you go from Dick Tracy taking on the mob, then a sequel is Dick Tracy finds a bunch of decapitated heads and bodies of children.
What in the
who've been,
world?
brutally raped and murdered.
Jesus.
covered
No, I know what you're gonna say. Don't say it. Don't say it. So please watch Dick Tracy. This is a great movie from 1990. If you like,
it 90?
Yes. If you like Batman, like if you like Tim Burton's Batman, the original Batman, if you like those types of movies, this movie does hold up still.
Yeah, if you want a classy version of a Batman movie,
Like if it was a Batman movie set in the 1920s, not like set in that time period.
Ooh, I'd like to see Michael Keaton play Big Boy.
That'd be pretty good.
That'd be dope.
Because Michael Keaton does play pretty good villains.
He's a great villain.
But definitely pick up copy of Dick Tracy, or stream it online. I know it's available on Apple and movies anywhere.
Willem Forsythe still looks the same. Rough.
Yeah. And definitely like and subscribe to our channel. We're on YouTube. We're posting clips of our episodes and write comments.
Face actually.
Write comments. Ozzy loves to read all your comments, all the negative comments. Obviously, he likes to bring them up during the show as well.
Yeah, because fuck you too, Dilbert.
He loves to do it. This has been Vinny.
This is Ozzy.
And
And we'll see you guys next week.